afternoon to our viewers. I am Rosanna. I am a Filipino author of the poetry book Memory Lane and also the author of the two short stories, um, Letter Sent, Love and Return, and Meet Me When It Rains. So Memento, Fragments of the Past is my book today. So it talks about the fragments of our own mind. Memento Fragments of the Past is actually divided into four parts. The first part is all about the whimsical encounter of falling in love, and the second part is that um, the massive void in my heart. The third part it talks about the afterglow, and lastly the final fragment which talks about the fragments of you. It's more on masyadong medyo emotional, to be honest. So it's the words that were engraved in my heart for the longest time. So, nagkaroon ako ng chance para ma-open to. So, it means it's very therapeutic in my part to open the wounds that I once tried to hide. Okay, the first part, it talks about the whimsical encounter. So, I have written there that perhaps destiny has whimsical side too. So, it's the form of nagkakaroon tayo ng attraction, having happy crushes and all. And then the second part, the massive void in my heart. Fragment 2, the massive void in my heart. It talks about the confusion and all. And yeah, you started to ask, so anong meron, ganun. And then the third one, the afterglow, it's about how you move on, how you accept things, and lastly is it's finally letting go and acceptance. Bali, well-informed naman po yung mga coaches ko before na kung bakit ko talaga ito susulat. So that's why it's very challenging in my part to open up things like this, especially to my coach, kasi I tend to run away. I tend not to deal with my own emotion. I tend to run away and never sit with my emotions kasi medyo nakakatakot maging vulnerable. Pero since I believe that may mga tao din na nakakaranas ng mga ganoong bagay. So, let my words be the vessel para at least yung iba naman ay ah, yung iba mag-learn din sa kung ano yung personal experience. Ganun po. So, I remember yung sinabi sa akin ni Coach Sand, na sabi niya, as a writer, never ka dapat mag-hold back. So, para mas ma-feel ng readers mo yung emotion mo, dapat ikaw muna bilang manulat ang unang maghuhubad. So, ang ginawa ko po noon, pinapasulat niya sa akin na kung wasa ka talaga, edi isulat mo. So, hindi ko na finilter kung ano man yung emotion ko that time, isinusulat ko talaga. Kung galit ako, kung medyo sad, kung masaya. So, lahat po yun, isinulat ko. So, it's a very good thing na naitawid ko yung pagsusulat ng Memento Fragments of the Past. At the same time, nag-learn din ako tungkol sa mga discoveries, It's a very wonderful experience to have if you have a coach kasi nagkakaroon ka ng accountability partner. At the same time, magle-learn ka talaga sa kanya kasi very expert na sila sa pagsusulat. And at the same time, mafe-feel mo yung support, yung love nila. They will really push you para ma-publish yung book mo. And along the way, nakilala ko si Coach San. So, palagi na lang kami nagkakwentuhan. Pero habang nagkakwentuhan kami, yun, marami po ako natutunan sa kanya. Mga life experiences, at the same time, yung mga tips on how to write. First, ay yung isulat mo talaga kung ayun yung nararamdaman mo, never ka na talaga mag-hold back. The second is, yung pag-a-arrange. So, nakadepende sa level of pain, yung emotion, yung pasunod-sunod ng aklat. And then, to continue to pursue writing, kasi maraming tao na maniniwala at parang magle-learn sa mga naisulat mo. And also, Chris, I remember the last time na yung sinabi mo sa akin na you should know the whys of things para alam mo on how to do it. So, yun din po yung tumatak sa isip ko. Okay. I think it's the changing narratives. We can never undo or we can never do anything about our past. We can only change the way we perceive it. Changing narratives. And if what happened in the past can never be undone, let's try to change the narratives. This time, it's not the younger version of you that's talking. It's your new version, the braver, the wiser. Sometimes, we never end up with the person of our dreams, but that's okay. For once, you were happy, but it's time to let go. The good as well as the bad memories, for you to give enough room for what lies ahead. You can imagine how painful it would be. You've been searching for answers for years but found none. This time, permit yourself to say goodbye to your younger version. So, the newest version will take over. It's time to close the book. It's time to give yourself the closure that you deserved. Our chapter isn't bad at all. You can extract the goodness out of it. I'll forever be grateful in awe for all the lessons I learned, or I say we learned. I can say that it's okay now. Thanks to the wound I thought won't heal. What's left was these scars that remind me of how beautiful it is to endure the pain, of how amazing it is to look back on all the compositions I made because of you. We may have parted our ways, but I still thank God for you. I'm still wishing you all the best, beloved. I'm learning to accept that we meet as a we meet a particular person because there are kasi may mga reasons kung bakit natin nami-meet ang mga tao. So, we may not know the reasons yet, pero at the end of the day, we'll just the time will just reveal, kaya pala ganito. So, thank you. I think it's to those who love kasi kahit wala sigurong closure and all, we have to learn things the way kung paano ito, kung paano ba, the way it is. Okay, so we have to really enjoy the journey kasi hindi naman natin alam kung hanggang kailan ba talaga yung existence natin. So habang meron pa tayong buhay, learn to enjoy the journey itself. It's not the destination, but it's the journey itself.